was a tool that we developed, I think about 10 years ago actually, and I developed it when working with the then CEO of a software startup. Software startup is now a very large software company, and she wanted a way of being able to connect with her team. And at that stage, it was very much startup. So she had people in the UK, she had people in the US, she had people in Europe, so on different time zones. She had technical people, salespeople, all the way with that, and of course, shared services as well. And she said, Izzy, I really need a way that I can check in with the team that's easy, that's quick, that keeps me up to speed with what they're doing. If it's a virtual meeting or a video call, we can do it in the video call. If someone can't attend, then they can send it through just as a note, or they can send it through on an email. But I want to know what they're working on so that everybody's kind of in tune. And so we created this little tool called HALP. And it stands for highs, actions, lows, and plans. And we played around with it a lot, actually, because people often say to me, do I have to do it in this sequence? I said, well, you don't have to, but it does seem to work better. Because what we found when she and I were working on it was that it was all too easy to forget the highs. So people would come together and they say, okay, how are you doing? Well, I've got this going on, I've got that going on, I've got a problem with this, a problem with that. And they weren't stopping and reflecting and thinking, you know what, there's some really good stuff going on. So we decided that we would run it always starting off with the highs, the good things. What's going on that you're pleased with? What's going on? What's going well? What are you happy about? Because it's too easy to forget. The actions are, where's your focus in the short term? So this week, next week, what are your priorities this week? What are your priorities this week and next week? Just the short term, so that everybody would know where your focus is today, this week, next week. That's it. Lows, what's getting you down? What's getting in the way? What's causing you a problem? So if I'm having a sales review with my team, it might be that we've closed this deal, we've nearly got that deal over the line, we've got a proposal that's gone out to this company. The focus this week is on completing that project or presenting at that client meeting or closing that and raising the purchase order. Lows, maybe a frustration with a particular client, maybe something's been delayed, maybe something's lost the budget, maybe we've lost a deal to somebody or they've decided not to go ahead with something. And that's the beauty of the P for plans, because very often the plan, which is the longer term activity, so maybe a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, quarter, that sort of thing, not this week, next week, slightly longer, there'll be things that we could do and put into our plan that would address the lows. So for example, if we say, well, clients put a project on hold, okay, what could we do over the next 2, 4, 6 weeks in order to maintain activity, to stay connected with that client and to see if the budget's going to be forthcoming. If you've had a system problem, maybe a network's been slow or been an IT issue, okay, what can we put in place in terms of a plan in order to address that problem or that low? So the highs, the actions, the lows, and the plans.